connecting neighborhoods across the Treasure and Magic Valleys, telling stories from within our communities. This is Good Morning Idaho.
Hey, good morning, everybody, and happy Independence Day. I'm senior reporter Roland Barris. Good to have you along on this Friday, everyone. And we've got a lot in store for you this morning from our large team of neighborhood reporters. And we're going to start with Riley Shoemaker covering rising gas prices in the Treasure Valley and exploring why the price you see at the pump can vary so widely. Plus, coming up in our next half hour, it's Idaho Backroads' Steve Dent out at Stanley Lake to see how the area has recovered since last year's devastating wildfire that burned over 100,000 acres. It's looking pretty good out there, as always. Let's get the latest, though, on our weather before we get to all that with Sophia Cruz. It's a holiday. It's the 4th of July. Happy 4th.
Happy 4th. It's a good day, especially because as we head into the weekend, Saturday looks to be a little bit cooler out there, but we do have some storm chances for today. So if you're getting ready to head out, pack the umbrella. You're going to see a lot of clouds forming over the area, temperatures sitting in those lower 70s. You will look at a bit of wet roads this morning, especially as the rain starts to move in. But here's the bright side. It's a nice cool start to waking up. You've got lower 60s, lower 70s, 50s in our mountains, and it's going to take a while for it to warm up today. But what will really approach the area while temperatures are warming up? Rain. So we are going to be looking at rain and storm chances throughout the afternoon and evening ahead. You'll notice at 10 a.m. 40% chance, but it sticks with us all the way through 2 o'clock. So I'll be walking you through this storm timeline so you know what to expect. But the good news is that it's Friday, it's July 4th. Even though we have a little bit of stormy weather today, Roland, tomorrow is going to be really good.
Oh, nice. All right, sounds good. Today could be a good day to go check out a movie, no question about it. Hopefully the fireworks will be clear. All right, turning to local news now, a Democratic Idaho lawmaker stepping down to run against longtime Idaho Senator Jim Risch as an independent. Ali Tripke has his story.
Local lawmaker Todd Achilles announcing Tuesday that he's stepping down from his current representative position as a Democrat in District 16 to run against longtime U.S. Senator Jim Risch in the 2026 election, but not as a Democrat or a Republican, but as an independent.
We're failing in America. We have got to change things.
After 2 years in the Idaho House of Representatives, U.S. Army veteran Todd Achilles of Boise has his sights set on federal level lawmaking, leaving bipartisan labels behind in his new campaign.
The two-party system is failing. As an independent, I will fight to protect the public lands that we grew up on and that we raised our kids on.
Thursday, he told me that through his last few years, talking and listening to constituents and fellow lawmakers, running as an independent could best represent Idahoans. In Idaho, there's a little over 1 million registered voters. While the majority are Republican, more than double the amount of registered Democrats are unaffiliated voters.
Folks are leaving the parties because they're frustrated. The parties are getting pulled farther and farther into the corners, and you've got this big mass of voters in the middle that are like, come on, just give me, I want somebody that's pragmatic, common sense, and just does the hard work.
Affordability when it comes to housing and higher education is a main focus for Achilles.
And when you look at the laws, I mean, it's getting harder and harder to get by in this country. Economic inequality is at just record levels.
Especially when it comes to the younger generations.
And if you're a millennial or Gen Z, it's really hard to get by in this country now, and that's a function of policies made in Congress.
During this year's legislative session, he spoke out against anti-camping legislation and introduced a bill against AI-based rent price fixing. He also advocates for public lands and media. Achilles says he'll now travel the state in order to campaign for that 2026 election. From the state capitol, I'm neighborhood reporter Ali Tripke for Idaho News 6.
Nampa Mayor Debbie Kling has been in office for nearly a decade, but recently announced that she will not be seeking re-election. Shortly after that announcement, Canyon County Clerk Rick Hogaboam announced his intention to get your vote. I'm your Nampa neighborhood reporter Keith Burrell, and I had a chance to speak with Hogaboam about his vision for the future of Nampa. Nampa is experiencing rapid growth, not just residential, but also industrial. Rick Hogaboam, who hopes to become the city's next mayor, tells me projects like the approved Tractor Supply Company distribution center and the denied Sunrock Concrete batch plant should take into consideration compatibility with neighbors.
So those are things that we need to address through the comp plan, which is going to be going through an update. So it's a perfect time to reevaluate the way in which Nampa envisions its future land use map and how it's going to exist. I think needs careful evaluation.
Hogeboom lives in Nampa, has served as a city council member, was once current Mayor Debbie Kling's chief of staff, and currently serves as Canyon County's clerk. Hogeboom has also earned the rare endorsement of Mayor Kling.
And while I don't typically endorse anyone, I am going to stand behind Rick. He is a former city council member with the city of Nampa. As my former chief of staff, I know Rick well. He's a good man. Integrity and character is important, and I think he'll serve the city well.
So far, Rick Hogeboom is the only person to throw their hat in the ring to be the next mayor of Nampa. Applications need to be submitted to City Hall between August 18th and 29th. From City Hall, I'm your Nampa neighborhood reporter Keith Burrell for Idaho News 6.
The firefighter critically injured in that North Idaho ambush is improving. Doctors say engineer Dave Tisdall is talking now and can breathe without a ventilator. He's undergone 3 surgeries. The shooting survivor sustained severe chest and spinal trauma in the attack. The Coeur d'Alene Fire Department says doctors are optimistic about Tisdall's condition, but he does face a long road to recovery. Of course, 2 other firefighters were shot and killed in the attack. And if you would like to donate, you can find verified links on our website, idahonews6.com. Heartbreaking news on the Boise bench. An 8-year-old boy hit by a truck while riding his bicycle Wednesday night has died. It happened at the intersection of Nez Perce and Pacific Streets around 7:30 p.m. Police say the boy was crossing the street when he was struck by a westbound vehicle. He died at the hospital. An investigation is ongoing, but police have not charged or cited the driver. 2 eastern Idaho teens are still missing weeks after an Amber Alert announced their disappearance. And now a national nonprofit says it is suspending a multi-state ground search for 15-year-old Rochelle Fisher and 13-year-old Alan Fisher. The Uvalde Foundation says it believes the missing kids are no longer traveling and have been hidden away by members of the FLDS Church, possibly in Arizona. The investigation into the children's disappearance will continue, and the Uvalde Foundation is still offering a $5,000 reward for information leading to their recovery. Idaho remains at the forefront of a national conversation over trans athletes and women's sports. And now an Idaho case is headed to the U.S. Supreme Court. The justices agreeing to hear a challenge to an Idaho law banning trans athletes in women's sports. In 2020, Idaho became the first state in the country to implement a ban, which lawmakers dubbed the Fairness in Women's Sports Act. Roughly half of other states have followed suit. Idaho Attorney General Raul Labrador celebrating the news in a statement writing in part, quote, "For too long, activists have worked to sideline women and girls in their own sports. Men and women are biologically different, and we hope the court will allow states to end this injustice and ensure that men no longer create a dangerous, unfair environment for women." It should be noted that in 2024, NCAA President Charlie Baker testified that there are fewer than 10 transgender college student athletes among the over 500,000 athletes total.
We're all trying to make ends meet, and rising gas prices can suck some of the fun out of your summer spending. I'm neighborhood reporter Riley Shoemaker talking to drivers filling up their tanks with the most and least expensive gas prices in Boise to see just how much drivers are paying.
Whether it's the $3.14 a gallon sign that caught your eye or the $3.39 sticker shock down the street, drivers in the Treasure Valley are feeling the difference.
Was heading to Costco, but I saw the gas price here, and so I thought I'd go ahead and come here. Yeah, like 18 cents cheaper than the other side of town. I usually try to shop around.
Others say those savings really add up over time.
I also like Walmart because I get 10 cents off for Walmart Pay. So, like literally 2 blocks that way, it's always like 40, 50 cents more expensive, and it's like, why?
But for some drivers, price doesn't drive the decision.
Going is convenient. I don't typically, to be honest with you, look up at the prices too often. I kind of just pull into a gas station. I get what I need to. And
AAA Idaho says despite recent jumps, we're still paying less than we were this time last year.
Well, we're still cheaper than we were a year ago, 15, 20 cents. And so, with record travel expected for the 4th of July, we're not surprised to see that a lot of people are hitting the road.
Condi says prices tend to spike around holidays, especially when tensions abroad and crude oil costs climbing. And with the 410,000 Idahoans expected to travel this weekend, that demand is real.
Sometimes it's the location. They're right next to the freeway. They can command a little bit higher price than somebody else. In some cases, the gas stations at the grocery stores, they'll try to be kind of a loss leader. They want you to come in, do your grocery shopping there, so they want you to have a cheaper gas price to motivate you to come there. And so there's lots of different strategies that come into play.
AAA says prices may plateau once summer travel winds down, but it'll also depend on how things play out with international tensions. If you're wondering where the cheapest gas is in your neighborhood, we've got you covered. Just head to this story on IdahoNews6.com. I'm your neighborhood reporter, Riley Shoemaker, Idaho News 6.
Happy 4th of July. I'm your Caldwell neighborhood reporter, Leslie Solis. The city of Caldwell is rolling out the red, white, and blue carpet with a full day of patriotic celebrations. The annual 4th of July parade kicks off the festivities, winding its way down Cleveland Boulevard before ending at Memorial Park. If you want a prime viewing spot, plan to arrive before 9 a.m. After the parade, head to Memorial Park, where local vendors will be selling food and festive treats. Looking to beat the heat, the community pool will be offering free swimming from 1 to 4 p.m. And to end the night, make sure to head to Brothers Park to enjoy the fireworks show. However you choose to celebrate, remember to stay safe and enjoy time with family, friends, and neighbors. I'm your Caldwell neighborhood reporter, Leslie Solis, for Idaho News 6.
President Trump's spending bill set to be signed today after it passed through the House yesterday by a razor-thin margin. Details on its impact coming up. And we are back on this 4th of July, 13 minutes past the hour. Let's take a look at your national headlines this morning. It is the 4th of July, a time Americans celebrate our independence. It's a day full of parades, pool parties, block parties, and barbecues. And umbrellas, unfortunately, today. The federal holiday also means a number of closures, including post offices, banks, and the stock market. Most restaurants and grocery stores will be open, but might adjust their hours. And one big closure to be aware of is Costco. Closed. Another American tradition is the Nathan's famous 4th of July hot dog eating contest. It's billed as the world's most competitive eating competition. Last year, Patrick Bertelli won the men's contest after eating 58 hot dogs and buns within the time limit, 58 in a sitting. Miki Sudo, meanwhile, won the women's mustard belt after eating 51 hot dogs and buns in 10 minutes. Something to keep your eyes on this year's Joey the Jaws Chestnut right there returning to the competition. He's tough to beat. Turning now to President Trump's spending bill, which just barely passed the House yesterday, and President Trump is expected to sign it today. ABC's Perry Russum is in Washington with the latest.
President Trump taking a victory lap in Iowa.
And tonight, here I am. Okay, promises count.
The motion is adopted. After his big, beautiful bill passes through Congress, a major legislative win.
And in the last election, the people gave us a historic mandate to cut taxes, raise take-home pay, bring back jobs, stop the invasion, that horrible invasion.
The bill includes roughly $4 trillion in tax cuts, mostly for wealthy Americans. And there's new spending for immigration enforcement. It eliminates taxes on tips and overtime and cuts Biden-era clean energy initiatives. To pay for it all, it makes cuts to Medicaid, reducing food assistance for poor Americans. Some lawmakers angry the bill could add $3.4 trillion to the debt over the next decade, and the cuts to Medicaid could force nearly 12 million people to lose their insurance. The White House disputes those numbers. Democrats blasting the bill.
Shame on this institution if this bill passes.
Only two Republican congressmen voting no, Thomas Massey and Brian Fitzpatrick.
It wasn't beautiful enough for me to vote for it.
Trump says he will sign the bill today.
So we're signing at about 5 o'clock. And at about 5 o'clock, we're going to have B-2s and F-22s and F-35s flying right over the White House.
There are concerns about what the cuts to Medicaid mean for rural hospitals. One facility in Nebraska now closing in part because of those proposed cuts. Perry Russum, ABC News, Washington.
Sophia Cruz with the Idaho News 6 forecast.
Hey, rise and shine, everyone. Your time right now is 6:17, and taking a look at our radar, it's already a pretty active morning for us. All of this moving in from the south, stronger storms following into Mountain Home. So if you're in Mountain Home, looks like some heavy rain is going to be heading to you within the next hour or so. If you're in our east or west central mountains, eventually a lot of this heavy rain that we're seeing right now in our valley floors is going to make its way to you. So just giving you a heads up, you will want to pack the umbrella today. It's not going to be a consistent downpour throughout the day, but you will get caught in a couple showers. showers. Here's what's happening. We have this really strong jet streak, which is those strong winds aloft, really aiding and bringing up all of this moisture that we're looking at from the south. But this in tandem with this upper level trough, which you see right here, it looks like a U shape. As this moves inland, these two together work, and as they do, it brings in that chance for storms for this afternoon. Combine that with some daytime heating, we'll look at that chance and probability for severe weather. So we're at a marginal risk, which is a very low end risk for severe weather. It's a 1 out of 5 on the severe weather scale, but it moves from Baker City all the way over into eastern Idaho. So all this area you see here in dark green, that's where we have the probability of seeing some strong storms. So for your July 4th weekend, it will be stormy today, but by tomorrow, it's going to be a really picture perfect day. You've got mid 80s falling into your Saturday, lower 90s by Sunday, and anything is some nice relief from those triple digits that we've been facing together. Just to give you a good outlook of where these storms follow and a timeline on them so you can be prepared. Again, if you wake up early in the morning and you're traveling upwards towards our mountains, a lot of that heavier rain will have moved over this area by then, so this is into 7 o'clock. By this time, we'll look a little bit quieter here in the Treasure Valley. By 2 o'clock, this is when the sun will start to peek out a bit, but don't be fooled. This is going to really ignite that fuel we need to see storms form into this afternoon. So a lot of these showers bubble up across our mountains at this time. Again, though, it does look a little bit quieter in those valley floors. So if you're doing anything outdoors, I think between 2 o'clock and 5 o'clock, you should be okay and you'll run into that dry spell. This is again near 5 o'clock, so this moves into a little bit later end of the day. Few isolated showers moving through Oregon, and then into tonight, we'll see it looks like another round of rain move through. By 10 o'clock, if you're doing fireworks in our mountains, just be careful, especially because if there's an approaching storm moving into your area and you pop off one of those fireworks, it could aid in some wildfire risk. At 10 o'clock, though, I think we'll be okay in the Treasure and Magic Valley, and then as this continues to push through by Saturday, it'll be really nice and a lot cooler out there. So picture perfect weather Saturday. Today's a bit stormy. By Sunday, lower 90s, and then to next week, triple digits return by Tuesday and stretch into Wednesday.
In Star, the city is kicking off its hometown celebration early with the Firecracker Fun Run at 7 a.m. Then at 10, the hometown parade will run through the heart of downtown Star along State Street. After that, head on over to Hunters Creek for fun 4th of July festivities with live music and food trucks leading up to the Freedom Fireworks Show at 10:15 p.m.
In Filer, it's peak cherry picking season at this century-old 5th generation orchard. 4th of July is peak cherry season in southern Idaho. I'm your neighborhood reporter Lorian Nettleton at Kelly's Canyon Orchard north of Filer for this week's Made in Idaho.
There's a lot of cherries here.
A short drive through the country to the Snake River Canyon is all it takes to find a little paradise.
I was expecting less cherries, actually. Yeah. I would think it'd be a little more picked through, but there's a lot of cherries here. So
a great place for an outing as a family or as a lone reporter. If heaven had a soundtrack, it could kind of sound like, oops, this quiet orchard.
This is our 117th season, and we're very happy to be here.
Robin Kelly's connection to the Kelly's Canyon Orchard goes back a ways.
And my great-grandfather established this wonderful place in 1908.
In 2024, an April cold snap froze all their fruit, and the stand was closed for the season, a loss that will take years to recover from. But the family carries on.
There's a long legacy of people who have cared for and nurtured and loved this place with the depths of their hearts. And I am the caretaker now, and I'm trying to do the best I can.
The farm stand is open Wednesday through Sunday, and every other Saturday they bring fruit in season to the Boise Farmers Market.
It is for those people who really want to have the sense of place of rural Idaho and enjoy all the things that the Magic Valley and the Snake River Canyon offer.
This is like where we have our family gatherings, like this is our family.
The 5th generation's busy working the stand. Robin's daughter Sydney says she enjoys the busy summers.
It's very lively when people are here. It's like makes it kind of worth all the work during the off months.
Cell signals are limited in the canyon. You could almost forget about the outside world for a little while.
And that is part of, I think, the beauty of it, right? And just to be able to enjoy where you are at the moment. And there's very few times that we get to actually do that.
We'll connect you on how to get your hands on some Kelly's Canyon Orchard cherries from this story on our website, idahonews6.com. North of Filer, I'm your neighborhood reporter Lorian Nettleton, Idaho News 6.
All right, everybody, thanks for joining us this morning on Good Morning Idaho. Happy Friday. We've got a lot more in store. Here's a look at what's still to come from your neighborhood reporters.
Nampa will be getting a new mayor for the first time in 8 years. I sat down with Rick Hogaboam after he announced his candidacy to learn what his vision is for the future.
In Twin Falls, a behind-the-scenes look at the annual 4th of July fireworks set for Friday night.
Now we'll look outside from the Treasure Valley Chevy Dealers Tower Cam.
All eyes on Idaho as the Koberger case takes a dramatic turn.
Are you pleading guilty because you are guilty? Yes.
And Idaho News 6 is there with live team coverage inside the courtroom.
So that was a big moment. I was seated right behind his parents.
In Boise and Moscow.
So, Roland, what are you hearing from people up there as they receive this news in real time, just like us?
Switch to Idaho News 6 for the news that matters most to Idaho. Connecting neighborhoods across the Treasure and Magic Valleys, telling stories from within our communities. This is Good Morning Idaho.
What day is it? There it is, July 4th. It is the 4th of July, everyone. Happy Independence Day. I'm senior reporter Roland Barris. Good to have you along into our last half hour on this Friday. We've got a lot to get to this morning. Our team of neighborhood reporters, Allie Tripke among them, highlighting a Democratic Idaho lawmaker tossing his hat into the ring to run against longtime Senator Jim Risch as an independent, by the way. Excuse me. Plus, a story new this morning, our Leslie Solis sharing a nearly 100-year-old museum in Caldwell making a return to the community after being shut down for 7 long years. We'll check it all out coming up in a little bit, but first, Sophia Cruz joining us with the weather on this holiday. And how much rain are we really going to get today? Is it going to be just kind of off and on?
You know, it's going to be kind of hard to say. Right now, I want to say that it's going to be off and on because we are and did see some heavier showers this morning. Right now, we're looking at the back end of it, so while it's still raining out there, it's pretty light, but roads are wet and slick. So just be careful while you travel out there this morning. Temperatures sitting in those lower 70s right now, so that's the good news. Cooled air. Again, though, we are looking at a couple of really tricky spots for today, especially as the systems drive in. Now, the one being that we are still looking at here is the red flag warning extended for Baker City into Rome. If you're in our mountains, flash flooding will be possible today. It looks like you will see the heaviest rain that we will get in this area, and that's why you have this flash flood watch in and extended through 2 o'clock today. Now, with that, if you live near a burn scar, that is where you're going to want to really make sure you're paying attention, because if you get literally that heavy spot of rain come on, then that's going to aid in potentially some flooding in that area. And it's just important to be weather aware when we're going through this. But the storm chances will stick with us throughout the day. And then as we head into tomorrow, that's when we see the sunshine return.
All right. Thanks, Sophia. Appreciate it. Turning to local politics now. In the wake of Nampa Mayor Debbie Kling stepping down from office, as we've reported, a new candidate has emerged. And our Keith Burrell reports.
Nampa Mayor Debbie Kling has been in office for nearly a decade, but recently announced that she will not be seeking re-election. Shortly after that announcement, Canyon County Clerk Rick Hogaboam announced his intention to get your vote. I'm your Nampa neighborhood reporter Keith Burrell, and I had a chance to speak with Hogaboam about his vision for the future of Nampa. Nampa is experiencing rapid growth, not just residential, but also industrial. Rick Hogaboam, who hopes to become the city's next mayor, tells me projects like the approved Tractor Supply Company Distribution Center and the denied Sunrock Concrete batch plant should take into consideration compatibility with neighbors.
So those are things that we need to address through the comp plan, which is going to be going through an update. So it's a perfect time to reevaluate the way in which Nampa envisions its future land use map, and how it's going to exist. I think needs careful evaluation.
Hogaboam lives in Nampa, has served as a city council member, was once current Mayor Debbie Kling's chief of staff, and currently serves as Canyon County's clerk.
But the opportunity to come back to the city and work as a servant leader on behalf of the citizens and the city that I love is just an amazing opportunity.
Hogaboam has also earned the rare endorsement of Mayor Kling.
And while I don't typically endorse anyone, I am going to stand behind Rick. He is a former city council member with the city of Nampa. As my former chief of staff, I know Rick well. He's a good man. Integrity and character is important, and I think he'll serve the city well.
Nampa's next mayor could be inheriting a few outstanding issues, maintaining a level of service while maintaining smart growth.
So that's something we need to carefully look at and we owe it to our citizens to protect their quality of life, those who are here, but we also want to grow, but grow wisely and make sure that we're not compromising quality of life, especially public safety.
So far, Rick Hogoboom is the only person to throw their hat in the ring to be the next mayor of Nampa. Applications need to be submitted to City Hall between August 18th and 29th. From City Hall, I'm your Nampa neighborhood reporter Keith Burrell for Idaho News 6.
Local lawmaker Todd Achilles announcing Tuesday that he's stepping down from his current representative position as a Democrat in District 16 to run against longtime U.S. Senator Jim Risch in the 2026 election, but not as a Democrat or a Republican, but as an independent, leaving bipartisan labels behind in his new campaign. Thursday, he told me that through his last few years talking and listening to constituents and fellow lawmakers, running as an independent could best represent Idahoans.
Folks are leaving the parties because they're frustrated. The parties are getting pulled farther and farther into the corners.
Affordability when it comes to housing and higher education is a main focus for Achilles.
And when you look at the laws, I mean, it's getting harder and harder to get by in this country. Economic inequality is at just record levels. And if you're a millennial or Gen Z, it's really hard to get by in this country now, and that's a function of policies made in Congress.
During this year's legislative session, he spoke out against anti-camping legislation and introduced a bill against AI-based rent price fixing. He also advocates for public lands and media. From the state capitol, I'm neighborhood reporter Ali Tripke for Idaho News 6.
Caldwell's rich history is visible all around us, and now one museum is making a return after years of closure. I'm your Caldwell neighborhood reporter Leslie Solis at the Van Slyke Museum, where I'm uncovering its origins and what exciting developments lie ahead for the historic landmark. Since 1934, Caldwell's Van Slyke Museum stands as a testament to the city's dedication to preserving its rich history. The museum helps residents and visitors remember the city's roots.
You can put yourself back in that place of where it was 100 years ago. Keep a reminder of where and how far the city has come.
Rochelle Castleberry, the city's treasurer, now oversees grant funding for the museum. The historic site features unique items, including cabins dated back to the 1800s.
Kinsey Cabin inside is not restored yet, so we don't showcase that one, but the Johnson Cabin we do let people walk through when they come in and see it.
In 2018, a snowstorm forced the museum to close when a protective canopy collapsed. Castleberry says the closure provided time for much-needed improvements.
So we need to make sure that people are being safe while they're here.
Those improvements included preserving historic items and adding cement to ensure their longevity. A new museum sign created by Caldwell High School welding students now welcomes visitors.
I think it turned out amazing, and the kids did a great job. It was a great project for them to do, and I think they enjoyed doing it as well.
The museum also houses unexpected treasures.
And that's the City Hall sign there that came off the original City Hall building.
Castleberry says grants and volunteers are vital to keeping the museum operating.
Brings you back to the roots of what made Caldwell what it is and how far it's come from that point.
The museum will be open for the 4th of July, but needs volunteers to continue operations throughout the summer. For more information, visit idahonews6.com. I'm your Caldwell neighborhood reporter Leslie Solis for Idaho News 6.
I'm your downtown Boise neighborhood reporter Riley Shoemaker at M. Morrison Park, where the city of Boise is getting ready for a big 4th of July celebration. Festivities start at 6 p.m. with food trucks, drinks, and live music, all leading up to a 10:15 fireworks show synced to music. No parking is available inside the park all day Friday, so plan to bike, walk, or use a ride share. Shuttles will run between Barber Park and Ann Morrison until 7 p.m. And after the show, Americana Boulevard will be closed for about 45 minutes to help people exit safely. We've got fireworks safety tips and more on idahonews6.com.
One of the largest shows in all of South Central Idaho, the annual Twin Falls 4th of July fireworks show is shaping up with all systems go. I'm your Twin Falls neighborhood reporter Joey Martin, getting a behind-the-scenes look at the setup with all of the info you'll need to enjoy the show Friday night.
Yeah, everyone enjoys it. I always this is my hometown, so I got to make sure we do it right.
For the last 16 years, Neil Christensen has been a part of the team to set up the Twin Falls Fireworks Show. And this year, the head pyro in charge gives us a quick look at how it all works.
This is the biggest shell that we will shoot off tomorrow. This is a 6-inch, but it'll go up about 600 feet and blow up. What we're doing right now, we're E-matching all of these. So we have to put an electronic match. It goes back to my pin board. A little tiny explosive right there. It'll touch the fuse and then it goes off. So we have our shell with our electronic match. That will connect to the box here, and the box connects to the cable and goes to my pin board. And when I touch that with my little metal probe, it'll complete the circuit and then they go off. These are the tubes that the shells go out of. It'll go anywhere from a 3-inch, 4-inch. We've got some 5-inchers over there, and then the 6-inch, that's our biggest one right there.
This is the grand finale?
This is the grand finale. So I'll drop these in the tubes one by one. I light one and they all go off.
With a budget of around $20,000, this year's show will feature around 18 minutes of action.
We have 650 shells, thereabouts. We'll have just over 1,000 individual effects going off.
The Twin Falls Fireworks Show is scheduled to kick off at 10:15 on the 4th of July, with some of the best viewing to be had on the College of Southern Idaho campus.
Now, there will be closures in and around this firework launch area, including portions of Cheney Drive and North College. So show up early and claim your spot to enjoy this free show. Reporting in Twin Falls, I'm your neighborhood reporter, Joey Martin, Idaho News 6.
Neighbors in Meridian can celebrate the 4th of July here at Story Park, starting at 4 p.m.
The Meridian Independence Day Festival will feature food trucks and live music for friends and family to enjoy. Next door, the Meridian Speedway will host their 4th of July races at 6:30 p.m. And the fireworks show is set to start shortly after 10.
All right, everybody, it is 6:40, everybody, and we want to let you know about what's going to be coming up this morning in your neighborhood, and see if we can get to some of these items here. Of course, the Free Family Fun Fest is going on. You can stop by, hosted by Mountain Heights Cavalry Chapel. You can find carnival games, a concert in the park, a mechanical bull, and a cornhole tournament where someone will walk away with $100 cash prize. That kicks off at noon today. And in Boise, the annual Idaho 4th of July parade will go from 10 to 11:30 this morning. The parade starts and finishes in front of the Capitol building. Always fun to check out. Traveling down Jefferson Street, switching back along Bannock. Judge parade entries will compete for prize money to support Idaho nonprofits. Of course, too, as Riley mentioned, the City Fireworks Show at Ann Morrison tonight. And out in Kuna, the city hosting their own 4th of July celebration at Bernie Fisher Park. There's going to be food trucks, music, and of course fireworks. That runs from 6 to 11 this evening. There's no entry fee or tickets needed, but do note that 2nd Street will be closed and you might need an umbrella with you.
We take you on a hike near Stanley Lake to check out some of the damage from last year's Wapiti fire.
Idaho Back Roads, brought to you by Treasure Valley Subaru.
We take you on a hike near Stanley Lake to check out some of the damage from last year's Wapiti fire. I'm your Idaho Backroads neighborhood reporter, Steve Dent, and although you can see visible signs from the fire in every direction, there's still beauty to be found in the Sawtooth.
This hike from Stanley Lake takes you on a route just outside the Sawtooth Wilderness area, which means I can fly, as drones are not allowed in designated wilderness areas. I did this 8-mile out and back hike to see how it looks after the Wapiti fire burned more than 100,000 acres.
Look how dry that is.
That wildfire started on July 24th because of lightning, about 15 miles from here, and as you can see, in some places, it burned everything.
Look at this.
Be careful in these type of environments. Heavy rain can create slides, and trees could fall at any moment. It's just a really dynamic and different landscape, as one of those trees helped us cross the creek. But at least another wildfire is unlikely in this area because of a lack of fuels.
Generally in those areas that have burned pretty well in the previous year in the timbered areas, We're not as concerned about them. They need a few years to start growing the grass and the brush to fill it in at this point.
But we still need to be vigilant to prevent wildfires because a lot of beautiful places in the Sawtooth haven't burned. And even in this area,
this is steep.
Although it took a lot of effort, we were able to climb up to the base of Bridal Veil Falls and experience this magical waterfall.
Yeah, buddy.
Summer has arrived in the Sawtooth, making creek crossings much easier. You'll only find snow at the highest of elevations. But from now until the end of Labor Day weekend, dogs need to be on a leash on the trails, and there are no fireworks here or in the National Forest. And remember to practice leave no trace principles. The area around Stanley Lake also burned pretty significantly, but after being closed for most of last summer, we can enjoy this area again. And also make sure to stop in Stanley. They could use the extra business after wildfires put a damper on the tourism season last year.
I'm your Idaho Backroads neighborhood reporter Steve Dent for Idaho News 6.
Hey, 6:45 is your time. Storm chances will follow us into this afternoon. I'll be having all the details you need to know for your holiday weekend coming up.
The Idaho News 6 Allergy Report is brought to you by Boise Valley Asthma and Allergy Clinic.
Hey, your allergy count for Friday today. I know it's July 4th and you may be wanting to spend a lot of time outdoors, but again, just be cautious. Pine, grass, and quinopot all in that higher category today, so we have increased from yesterday. Hopefully a lot of the rain that we'll get today will help wash some of this away. I'll keep you up to date right here as we continue through our season together.
Sophia Cruz with the Idaho News 6 forecast.
Happy 4th, everybody. It's 6:48, and I know some of your outdoor activities may have stopped, but that doesn't mean the indoor ones have to stop. So my Friday morning jam is It's 5 O'Clock Somewhere by Alan Jackson and Jimmy Buffett. So if you maybe have some fun happy hour plans, it's inside, that'll be good for you. Especially, well, I guess also making sure you're drinking water too. Either way, as you head out for work this morning, if you are heading into work today, you've got temperatures sitting in those lower 60s. You will notice that rain moving through the area, and then that rain will also follow you on your commute home. Now, the one thing you'll notice right now is that a lot of it is moving over our valley floor, so from the Treasure Valley into the Magic Valley. Heavier rain pushing through Twin Falls right now. It's all eventually going to shift its way up towards the northeast. It's taking its time to get there actually, but with all the heavy rain moving in along our valley floors, if you're planning to travel early this morning, maybe you're heading up towards our mountains, just drive safely and slowly. Right now, what's happening is we have this strong jet stream moving through the area, and because of this, it's those strong winds aloft. That's aiding in tandem with this cooler system that's going to make its way through into the area, bringing on those chances of storms for this afternoon, and daytime heating will eventually bring on that severe weather. So taking a look at our severe weather scale for today, we are at a marginal, which is a very low end risk, but it extends from eastern Oregon all the way over into eastern Idaho. So where you see all of really just this dark green, that's that marginal risk. Lighter areas of green, that's possibly some chances of thunderstorms. Giving you a direct timeline of what you can expect throughout the day. Here's really just a generalization of where we're going to be looking at heavier rain and also when it's going to be moving through. In case you have any outdoor plans for today, you are going to want to grab the umbrella. For the morning, a lot of the rain focuses over the mountains, will dry out into closer to, looks like 8 o'clock here. By 2 o'clock, another band of storms will move through across those west central mountains and along our Treasure Valley. We'll see a mix of sunshine at times, but don't be fooled by the sun. That is going to drive in energy for those storms to form later into this afternoon. By the time we head into 5 o'clock, we do get a brief dry break, so it's not going to be consistent downpour throughout the day. It's going to be really on and off. By 5 o'clock, it looks a lot quieter out there, and then we see another band move through around 8 p.m. into 10 o'clock tonight. Looks like a lot of that rain will still be focused over those west central mountains and into the Treasure Valley, but it's not very widespread. So if you are doing fireworks at this time, just really be careful, because if you're near a thunderstorm and you pop off one of those fireworks, it could ignite a wildfire. By the afternoon ahead and into that morning, it'll be really quiet Saturday, so that'll be some good news for us as we get ready for the week together. But either way, we do dry out by Saturday and Sunday, so it's still going to be a good weekend ahead. We just have a little bit of rain to get through today, and then triple digits will follow by Tuesday and into Wednesday. I hope you all have a safe holiday, and if you're heading into work, let's get you on your way.
The Idaho News 6 Traffic Report is brought to you by Champion Windows.
All Okay, your time right now is 6:51, and as we start to take a look across the area, it's still pretty quiet out there. We haven't seen too many changes overall. You're not looking at too much going on, especially if you're heading on Highway 16. Maybe you're heading out of town. Drive times along I-84 look pretty good, between 12 and 7 minutes.
In this morning's GMA First Look, new insight from a Sean Diddy Combs juror. On Wednesday, the hip-hop mogul acquitted of sex trafficking and racketeering charges, but convicted on 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution. And after a day of speculation into the jury's thinking, one anonymous juror speaking out to ABC, telling us, quote, "I heard an attorney/legal pundit say that our decision as a jury might have been influenced by Mr. Combs' celebrity. I found that statement highly insulting and belittling to the jury and the deliberation process. We spent over 2 days deliberating. Our decision was based solely on the evidence presented and how the law is stated. We would have treated any defendant in the same manner regardless of who they are." And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have much more on what's next for Sean Diddy Combs. With your GMA First Look, I'm Rhiannon Alley, ABC News, New York.
All right, everybody, we are back on this Friday morning, starting to wrap things up 5 minutes before the hour. In case you missed it, here are the top stories we're following from our neighborhood reporters. After 2 years in the Idaho House of Representatives, U.S. Army veteran Todd Achilles of Boise has his sights set on federal level lawmaking, leaving bipartisan labels behind in his new campaign, running for independent against Risch. And gas prices are a point of concern for nearly every commuter. And as our prices rise, our Riley Shoemaker explores why the price you see at the pump can fluctuate so much from one station to another just blocks away. And after last year's devastating Wapiti fire, which burned more than 125,000 acres, our Steve Dent went on a hike near Stanley Lake to see how the area has recovered since. And you can find more on all of these stories on our website, idahonews6.com.
Now, the Out the Door forecast, brought to you by Pella Windows and Doors.
Hey everyone, happy 4th. 6:56 is your time, and as you remember, head out for your morning. It is going to be a slippery commute for you. Make sure you grab the umbrella. We're looking at those rain and storm chances as follows throughout the entirety of the day. So while you may not run into heavy downpour all day, it'll be some on and off showers, but the good news about it is that we'll only be sitting in those upper 70s, lower 80s into 5 o'clock tonight. But again, just really be careful, especially if you're doing fireworks and there's an approaching storm. Remember that phrase, when thunder roars, go indoors, because that also means you're pretty close to lightning too. If you want to read more about the forecast, you can head on over to idahonews6.com. Otherwise, let's go get a look at your roads.
The Idaho News 6 traffic report is brought to you by Champion Windows.
6:57 is your time, and it's quite the cloudy start to our day. Roads are looking slick and wet. If you're heading out, just drive safely and slowly. If you're heading on a 75 on Sawtooth Hatchery, looks to be another slippery commute here. So again, this rain is really just going to follow you up if you're making your way into any of those mountainous areas. Broadway Avenue looks to be another slippery commute. So if you're traveling out there, again, these roads are wet and slick. If you're heading out in Kuna, it looks quiet out there actually, but again, roads are slippery this morning. I feel like we can't utter that enough because we haven't really seen much of any rain for the month of July,
right,
or even June,
right.
And so it's kind of nice to have this stormy weather.
It is. It's just it happens to be on a holiday when we've got fireworks, and it's just yucca-doodle outside this morning. It's hopefully going to change a little bit later on. Hey, how many hot dogs can you eat, by the way? Yeah, what's the most you've probably ever eaten in one sitting?
Honestly, only one. Have you seen that one movie though where it's like, you look like the 4th of July? Makes me want a hot dog real bad.
Yeah, right? Well, the Joey Chestnut knows that because he can eat tons of them. He can eat, like, can you imagine eating 50 some odd? I think it's more than that. But he's going to compete, I think, this year. He was banned for some period of time from this Nathan's hot dog eating contest. Can't remember why. It was something to do with sponsorship or whatever. But yeah, he's going to be eating a ton of them. So I'm thinking, I don't care what the weather's like, I'm barbecuing today.
Okay, all right. Well, let me know how that goes for you. Hopefully the rain doesn't stop it.
I'll take pictures as I run inside. See you later, everyone.